Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ohemaa. Welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey! We got new nails, if you can see. My elbow's not ashy, I promise. It's not ashy. See, it's not ashy. It's just the way the light hits it. It makes it look ashy, but it's really not ashy. For today's video, we are going to be taking a look at all the foundations I have. I have a ton of foundations now. I didn't used to have a ton of foundations. I used to only have like 3 foundations that would work for me, and you know, that was all I had. But with the recent tryouts that I have been doing, and I have like literally a few more foundations to try, I wanted to go ahead and go through the foundations I already have, thin it down to the ones that are expired and also the ones that don't really match me, like the ones that I made work in the past that I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna make any foundations work anymore. So I want to go ahead and thin out what I have and then put down the ones that work for me. That way I can have space to store the ones that actually work for me. So if you want to see which foundations I own, which ones I'm going to get rid of, and which ones I'm going to keep, then keep on watching. Okay, so these are all the foundations I own, or at least the ones that are really close to me right now. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like because this is unbelievable. So these are the foundations I own right now. I know I pulled everything out from where it's stored, and now it made it an even bigger mess than it actually is, but whatever. So these are all the foundations I own. I can't count. Should I count it? I think I'm gonna count it. Okay, let's count it. 50 to 60 foundations, because I did not count everything. Some of these I'm very, very sure are expired because they've been here for a very, very long time, and the others are just things I held on to just in case. Okay, so yeah, the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. If you haven't yet used this foundation, you are living under a rock. This one is almost done. Like I bought a new one to replace it. Do you see how I'm pushing this down and it's not even coming out? I've literally almost finished this foundation, so I bought a new one to come in. Okay, this is the shade 120. Okay, I don't need to say anything else. Go pick up the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. I'm gonna put this back. These are the Fenty hydrating primers foundations. This is the shade 470. This is the shade 480. This is 470, and this is 480. I don't know why I used to think 480 was my shade. But 480 or 470 is definitely not my shade. I would have to go down to 490, I think, to make it like wearable, you know. So these two are not it, so I'm definitely gonna put these down in our not stain box. Who remembers the NYX Total Drop foundations? These foundations are the truth because they run very, very deep and they're very fluid. And this is the shade Deep Espresso. This one has expired. I know because I bought it the day that it launched, and this is what that shade looks like. NYX has some very, very, very good shade ranges. So if this one hadn't expired, it would definitely be staying, but it's expired, so it can go. I will definitely probably try to pick up a new one of this. This is the NYX Total Drop foundation, Total Control foundation. This is the Nabla foundation, the one that I tried on here for you guys that one time, and I decided to stick with the deepest shade, which is D50. Because D50 is very, very deep, and it is the one that closely matches my skin tone. In the summer, I was able to make it work. This one is a little too deep right now. It is deep and I don't want to let it go. And I don't have the one that comes after that, and I did swatch it in a video. I will link all the individual swatch and wear test videos of all the foundations that I'm going to show you down below. So if you want to see how the foundation actually looked like when I wore it and how it looked when I did the wear test and all that, you can check that out. Pure Cosmetics Love Your Selfie Foundations. So this is DPN 6. Okay, and this is DPG 6. This is Golden Undertone 6. So, and I actually use DPG 5 as my concealer shade. So this is my concealer shade. So I'm gonna get rid of DPG 6 and DPG 3. I am gonna swatch DPN 7. DPN 7 is deep. If I had to pick one, I would pick DPN 7 because it's very, very deep and it actually matches the deeper parts of my face, and I can brighten it up with DPG 5. However, I feel like DPG 6 balances out my face, and because these are more of a mattifying foundation, the 6 will be good because once it's well, okay then, because once it settles down, the shade, I feel like the shade might change, but I don't know. Next we have the Maybelline CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundations. I have here D90 and D80. This is D90. D90 is golden. I like the finish of this foundation a lot. It feels very, very, very good. And from what D90 looks like on my skin, it's looking like D80 is not going to be. Oh my god, so at some point I thought D80 was my shade, but now it's not okay. I don't know. But these guys have been sitting here for a good long while, so it is time for them to go. If I need to, I can definitely pick up another one to do looks with. Yeah, this thing has been sitting there for a long time. NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This is the foundation that was made in collaboration with Alyssa Ashley, and I have two shades sitting on my desk right now. I know that I'm the shade Chestnut, but I also have Deep Ebony just in case. This foundation gets very matte and it clogs the hole that it comes out of. Deep Ebony is not gonna work now. Deep Ebony, let me make sure. This is Deep Ebony, and this is what that looks like. I don't know, maybe Deep Ebony might be my shade now compared to Chestnut. This is Chestnut and this is Deep Ebony, but now Deep Ebony seems like it's gonna be the better match for my face. I'm putting those ones down because I've had this since the launch and they're old. They have to go. I can't keep putting it on my face. I think they're probably like a year on the shelf. This foundation, the last time I used it, I loved it. Somebody told me to use this foundation. I absolutely loved it, and I think I've already done a review on this. If I can't find a review on this foundation by itself, I will do a review for you guys. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Long Wear Foundation. I have used it, so the pump might be clogged right now. I know that this was sent to me probably... Oh yeah. This is a 560C and this one is 555C. I remember I kept both of them because at that time 555 was not quite a good match for me and 560 was too deep, but now you can see that 560 looks like it matches the deeper parts of my face very, very well, and 555 looks like it might actually be my concealer shade. So that's what we got. I don't know which shade I'm going to keep. I am going to keep both of them because if I have learned anything at all, one of these is going to be my summer shade and one is going to be my winter shade. So I'm keeping these two. So next we have the first Huda Beauty foundation. This is the full filter foundation, high coverage cream foundation. My God, I cannot believe that. The reason why I never actually showed you guys this foundation or never reviewed it for you, because look at the shade. This is crazy. This is the new foundation. This is the Hot Fudge, and Hot Fudge is the one that I used as my concealer shade. This is the shade before the last shade. This is 560R. Okay, I use 560 as my foundation shade when I tried it, and I did tell you guys that there is another shade that's deeper than this, and I'm going to definitely be getting that shade to use as my foundation, and I'm going to keep those two to alternate as my concealer shade depending on how bright I want my under eyes to look like. Okay, so I was holding on to the Huda Beauty foundation because I thought one day I was going to be reviewing it for you guys, but the rate at which the shade was looking like, I was like, there's no way. So I'm gonna toss this one. Okay, I like the other one, this one just wasn't gonna work for me. So next we have the Maybelline Fit Me matte foundations. At the time when I tried these, I was the shade 375. If I use this shade, it's gonna come out a little too bright. Like my makeup is gonna come out a little too bright than I would want it to look like. So it looks like I'm gonna go back to 380. I'm only gonna toss these because they've been sitting here for a long time, and this is now weird, and I shouldn't even be putting this on my face, but it looks like 380 is the shade that I should be going with. It's not, they're not bad. That foundation is actually also really, really good. The Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I never showed you guys this foundation. I haven't done a video for this. I don't know if I should show you guys the swatch in this video and then we can do like a wear test or something. But I think I'm going to keep it so that we can do like a no makeup type video so we can see what this one is all about, because you know, sometimes you don't want to do a full face of makeup. Like today I don't want to do a full face of makeup, but I still wanted to film for you guys, so I figured why not just clean up my foundation drawer like I've been wanting to do. That way whenever we try all the other foundations that are coming in, we have a place to put them. So next we have the Range Beauty foundations. These foundations are, I think Night's Dip is a tinted moisturizer and the other one is a foundation. So Deep End is a BB cream, and this is what that shade looks like. I haven't even swatched this one yet. You have to be careful on her website because she has the same looking bottles, at least from when I tried it. The bottles kind of look the same, and you know, one is a BB cream. This is the BB cream. You can see it's very light and it doesn't like really have that much coverage, but right now this is not deep enough for me, so I'm gonna put this down. This is called Deep End. So I'm gonna swatch Midnight Sun, and this is what the tone was. Whoa. Okay, something had to have happened between the time I swatched this foundation the first time and now, because this shade is neutral. It's very, very cool. It says on here Night's Dip. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, what happened between... Yo, I'm telling you, all the foundations I tried before don't seem to be going so well for me right now. I know they have other shades, so hopefully one of their other deeper shades will work for me, but these two shades as it stands right now don't, probably because they're old, you know, like some of these foundations are about a year old. So we have here the Ohemaa Beauty foundations. This is the shade T1N and this is the shade T2C. T2C looks like it's going to be a better match for my face, but it also looks like it has a more red undertone, and therein lies the problem. I'm gonna swatch T1C, which I initially thought was going to be my shade. Obviously T1C is going because don't know what I'm gonna do with this shade. This other shade looks like it may work? Possibly, maybe. I don't know, man. We're gonna add this to the pile only because one, it's a little too old, and two, you know. Okay, next we have the Sephora collection 10-hour wear foundation. This is the foundation I told you guys about. If you wanted to pick it up, definitely go for it because beautiful foundation, beautiful finish. Gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. I use this. I have a video on this particular foundation. So this is the shade 67, and next I'm gonna swatch the shade 66.5. Does it look like 66.5 will work for me? So I am gonna keep 67 and toss 66.5. This one says 6M, so I'm tossing that one. Next, we have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundations. I loved this foundation whenever I tried it. This is the shade Y45 R560. I'm gonna have to get a deeper shade for that one because the shade has switched on me. What is happening? Did I get deeper at some point in the whole makeup process or what? Oh, it looks good. It definitely helps balances out my face. So I'm putting 545 down and I'm keeping 56. Next we have the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. This is the shade 141 Deep. And of course, whenever I tried this foundation, it was a beautiful match for me. Let's see what it looks like right now. And this is a full coverage foundation, so I feel like if I blended it in, it would end up looking really, really nice. I have 6 foundations in my box, and I have more than 6 in the toss bin. Okay, next we have ABH foundations. ABH foundation. The ABH foundation, I know that the last shade is what looks almost like it matches my skin tone every time I use it. Yeah, 580W definitely is not gonna work. But as you can see, yeah, 580 is definitely a bit brighter than 590. The tones, however, look almost the same, and 590 looks a bit red on, and that is the problem I face with most foundations. They come out a little too red. Next, we have the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. This is the shade 301N. This is the deepest shade that they offer. I know I did not get rid of this foundation whenever I swatched it because I thought, once again, maybe there will come a time where it matches my skin. And yes, I kept it because I thought, okay, it might work out for me and I might want to show it to you guys. But so this is the Jackie Aina X Too Faced collab. This is the shade Ganache. This is a newer foundation that I know this is Ganache because of how much is in there, and this is for the one I got from the launch. It's halfway used. As you can see, I used this foundation a lot. Okay, I used it a whole lot, and at that time this was my shade. It's still pretty deep. As you can see, this is like one of the foundations that did not switch on me. The shade did not get so bright on me. Like whenever I swatched this foundation at launch, it was this shade. It still looks like this shade, and it's on point. Okay, I don't know why I haven't thrown away the matte foundation, but I'm gonna do that right now so that doesn't clog up my little stash that I got going. I'm keeping Truffle and Ganache. Ganache is deeper and it's also a little bit red. And I used Ganache in the summer. Okay, and Ganache, you can see, is deeper than Truffle, but Truffle has that yellow that balances out my face, so these two are staying. You do see how balanced these shades are. Like, this feels good, okay, because I have been able to get rid of quite a few foundations, and you know, not foundations that are bad per se. Some are just expired. We have the e.l.f. Okay, I don't know what this foundation is called. But you guys have seen me use this. Initially when I used it, one shade matched me, but after I blended it in, it just looks a little too light on my skin tone, okay? So I went in and I bought a new shade, which is Cacao Chestnut. Okay, so this is Chestnut. Okay, Ebony. This is the deepest shade that I went back and picked up because Chestnut was starting to look a little too pale on me. The first time I tried this foundation, it looked really, really good and it matched really, really well. Now, I don't know. I do know that the Ebony is the newest shade that I bought like a few weeks ago. Yeah, this one is definitely expired because it's the keep date is 6 months, and the Ebony is not expired, so I'm gonna keep Ebony, but Chestnut had to go because it's been over a year with that one. Okay, next we have the NYX Born to Glow foundations. I have 3 shades right here. At first I thought Chestnut was my shade, but Chestnut turned out to not be my shade. I don't even know why I opened it. It's brand new. No, Chestnut is not my shade. Okay, so this is the shade Deep Espresso. Deep Espresso right now is looking like it's gonna be the better match for me. However, I am worried about the tone. I see a lot of red in it. I'm definitely gonna have to make a visit to Ulta and see which one and maybe pick up a different shade, you know. The Bite Beauty Change Maker Supercharged Foundation. This is a BB cream. I know for a fact that I tried this with you guys. Bite Beauty. Let me find out. This is the Change Maker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. And this is the shade 185. And we're going to keep it. The Milk Makeup Matte Foundation in the shade Espresso. It doesn't look as bright as some of the other shades I've swatched so far. It doesn't also look, oh my god, my shoulders. I'm so tense right now. I don't know why I'm so tense. I'm so tense right now. Like, I love the finish on this foundation. The only problem right now is that I don't know if I can actually blend it in all over my face and it would still balance out. I might need to pick up a deeper version of this. I don't know if Espresso is the deepest shade that they have. If it is, then I'm probably not going to keep this. But if it's not, then I'll definitely get the deeper shades in because I really, really, really love this foundation. Okay, NARS Soft Matte Foundation. You guys saw me swatch this for you. This is Deep 6. And Deep 6 is the shade that I was saying that if I had to pick one and, you know, to wear, it would be this one. We're keeping Deep 6. It's a new foundation. The Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Foundation is going to be a no. I don't want to swatch any more foundations, but this is what this one looks like. I don't think it's gonna look okay on. So I'm just gonna put this in the not keeping box and I'm gonna swatch. We have 2 more foundations. I bought this foundation and never used it. The Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 375. And we all know 375 right now doesn't match me so well. We have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte. I'm so glad I'm doing this because there's no way. No way. I had over 55 foundations and my foundation table is pretty clear right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below in the comments if there's any of the foundations that I kept or throughout that you've used and liked and what you think about it. From now on, we're going to be filming every other day. So we're going to have content coming at you, okay? Because we have some more concealers to try out. We have some eyeshadow palettes that launched that we got to look at. There's like a whole bunch of stuff coming. Holiday season, it's about to get crazy. It's about to get busy. But right now, I have a giant migraine right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I need to eat. You can see my eye. This eye is like looking a little bit discolored. It's looking weird, right? Because the headache is starting to come in, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Thank you so much for staying with me and helping me declutter. I'm so sorry I was so tense. I don't know why I was like, my shoulder was up here. I was so tense the whole time. I need to relax a bit, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.